people, we're back on the show ranked. This time we're spicing it up a little bit. We're gonna have a discussion deciding which carnival has to go. I left a pause there because I want you guys to allow the thoughts of the carnivals to marinate as to which one we're gonna decide has to go. So in no particular order, we're gonna discuss whether Crop Over, which is held in Barbados, Spice Mass, which is held in Grenada, Notting Hill Carnival, which is held in London, and Trinidad and Tobago, which is held in Trinidad. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Ladies first.
It's easy for me. Trinidad. I feel Trinidad Carnival is second to none. Like, it in itself is the experience that you have to have. Like, on your soca journey, or whether it be like you want to experience like soca at its like fullest, a bit of everything, then I would say Trinidad. Crop Over, same. It is fire. Everybody that I know that I've gone, like, they would continuously go back every single year. So, and plus it's home. So for me, obviously Crop Over has to stay. Spice Mass, like I said before, like Grenadians, they are on some different stuff. Like, it's consistent vibes, everybody's on 10. They have energy for days, weeks, months, years. Like,
it's in the spice.
Yes, they have energy. And as much for me as I love NHG is where for me I started to go to carnivals and those kind of things, experience what soca was on home turf. But if I had to remove one, it'd have to be NHG. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, what? But I just feel like NHG, you don't get the same experience that you have in each of the islands, and you don't have exactly the same experience in each of those islands either. I feel like you go to Barbados, different culture, different experiences, different people, the way in which people, you know, speak to you, greet you, the way people are, the way they would bring you in, different from Trinidad, different from Grenada. And I feel like with London, as much as London is great and we do a lot of stuff in the soca scene, I don't feel that it's as good as the other ones, in the sense of, I feel like you don't have just fetters that go to NHC. Not that you do for all the other islands, but I feel like in London we have different reasons why different people will go to different carnivals. Like, not everybody will go to NHC to enjoy NHC, but they know that it's going to be a public fiasco. Everyone's going to be out, it's going to be feathers, naked women, topless men. They're going to go, they want to drink, they want to have fun, whatever, they want to be part of it. But I don't think that they would necessarily contribute to the culture itself, if that makes sense.
No, I
don't feel that they would give back.
I definitely agree.
Fair point.
Me personally, I will go for, to get rid of one, it has to be Notting Hill.
No, one has to go.
One have to go?
Yeah.
Has to be Notting Hill. Because in the Caribbean, their carnival is an art. If you see them, especially Trinidad is like the Mecca, right? It's an art. It's something is important.
Yeah.
In England, Notting Hill Carnival it's a street party. You know, where anything goes, everybody get drunk, gets, you know, it's just unorganized.
Right.
There's no organization, there's no togetherness, there's no, even though we try to, but yet still there's still boundaries stopping us from actually doing what we with Caribbean we really want to do. And that's what England been doing to us for generations. For years, ever since Trinidad people bring Carnival to Notting Hill, they've been stopping us from actually doing what we want to, right? And then obviously, years go on, you're bringing the English vibes, and it's just playing dancehall on a truck or art rap or something. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, they got a little rap section.
No.
They got a little grime section.
Listen, whenever you say carnival, it's soca, it's vibes, it's calypso, it's steel band, it's whatever it is, right? There's no grime, there's no dancehall, there's no hip hop, there's no house,
funky house.
There's none of that. There's none of that.
What's wrong with funky house, man?
No.
Funky.
So that's,
I feel like funky has a time and a place. Like, you wouldn't
It's a
have
time and
somebody that would
place.
go into a funky rave and
You know
play a
what I mean?
soca tune. They'd be like, what the hell is this?
What did what's his name? The swanky man. What's his name?
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
The swanky crew.
Swanky man.
Oh, what's his name? Benjai, you know? That's
Oh,
Benjai.
yeah.
Benjai is he's Trinidad, so he's art.
Yeah.
Carnival. If you look at the carnival itself on TV or YouTube or wherever, it's the masqueraders. Everything. It looks so utter different. When you see the costumes, when you see the parades, when you see everything, it's different.
And there's a respect there.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
whether it's Barbados, whether it's Trinidad,
Yeah,
whether it's in the Caribbean, it's different. When you see England, you just see a street party. You just see
Plenty stormers, just
it just looks
Everywhere.
unorganized. So if I have to get rid of it, I have to get rid of Notting Hill Carnival.
I agree. If I had to pick one, Notting Hill Carnival would have to go. Because I just feel like Carnival originated in the Caribbean. So it would be very disrespectful to remove. If we call it a spade, you know what I'm saying? It would be very disrespectful to remove a carnival from where it originated from. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, to echo your points, it's like, it almost is like a street park. I remember one time I went carnival with some friends. And then they stopped off because one of their mates was managing, I think, like a garage section or somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, like, I felt like, I want to use the word libido, but libido ain't the word, but I just felt like my spirit was just suppressing. So I said, this ain't carnival.
So you being a Ghanaian, witnessing, because have you ever been to a carnival?
Yeah, I went to Trinidad this year, so
Went Trinidad.
I travelled in the year of 2020.
2020, right? Now you
Listen,
see
people
how
like you make me very angry that you've got to go to me.
Listen, we didn't waste time,
So
man.
angry.
Yeah,
And then
what's
the rest of the
the-
carnivals for the rest of the year got cancelled and you don't got to party in 2020. Do you know how devastating it is for us that did not get to even step foot on sand in 2020?
But,
so you see how Trinidad is, right?
yes.
And you see the bands and the masqueraders and everything. Now you come into London and seen it. It makes it look like a piece of crap.
100%.
Right.
100%. And there's no disrespect to
It's no,
the
it's no,
organisers.
it's no,
or
it's
anything
none at all. It's
to
none
Notting
at
Hill
all.
Carnival. You know what I'm saying? We're grateful that we
none
can
at all.
have a carnival here, but compared to like
It makes
the
it look
islands,
just-
like come on, man.
Yeah, after you,
It's like there's pure respect. You actually appreciate the masqueraders, the
Appreciate it,
art,
yeah.
the everything, the passing of the bands. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, it's proper nice out there.
But you see, listen, you know how I am. I am going to stir the pot here. Because
Why?
I'll lay it out nice and simple.
Okay.
Now, all the carnivals, like we said in the beginning, and we're going to say at the end, we enjoy all the islands, all the platforms. We love the culture. However, Trinidad is the Mecca, right? Crop over is really good as well. Who else?
Grenada.
Spice Mass have been to. It's unique. Spice Mass.
The crew.
The whole jab culture thing. You need to experience it. You hear about it a lot. You really need to get there, experience it.
Jab is really good.
Now, I am going to say, and brace yourselves for this one, I am going to remove, bold move here, I'm going to take Trinidad off the list. Hold on, hold on, listen to my theory here.
Okay.
I think you had too much of these, bro.
Listen. We complain about the art form not developing as it should. Right now we're fighting to have our own genre.
So,
Right? Follow me here. Now,
I'm following.
there's a lot of
Hopefully not to a dead end.
no. This is valid here. No,
Yeah.
there's a lot of single-mindedness, selfishness that goes on throughout the West Indies. And I'm sure you've heard this a lot of crab in the bucket mentality when it comes to soca music and its development. Even here in the UK, the UK artists, they're fighting against something that's out there, and it's just the other island. So when you like you just said a while ago, when you think of soca and carnival, what do you think of? Trinidad.
Absolutely.
Now, in order, I am supporting Bajans, Grenadians, all the other islands, British soca artists. If you take Trinidad off the list, then there's no comparison. You're giving the other artists a chance to develop. You're giving the other islands a chance to develop, because for far too long, we've been comparing Trinidad. If an artist The artist today feels like if he doesn't
He's
drop
landing.
in Trinidad,
He's landing.
if he doesn't bust in Trinidad,
Yeah.
he ain't making it. We need to get away from that culture. So
I hear you.
Yeah,
for that reason, I'm taking Trinidad off the list to allow the other carnivals to bloom.
No, I don't agree. I totally
Why?
disagree.
Yeah.
I totally disagree because you're saying if Trinidad is off the map, right? Everybody could have a leeway.
It's a level playing
but
field.
then one person will become Trinidad. So Bajan soca might become main, or Grenada might become main.
No, it doesn't
And
necessarily have to
everybody
be
will
that
still
way.
fight.
It's a
They'll
level
always
playing
be
field.
fighting for the spot. It's like, okay, every island does dancehall music, right? Every island. But when you hear about dancehall, and we have to respect and give the respect to.
Jamaica.
Right. But do you see anybody fighting against Jamaica?
Yeah, but that's the difference between the Jamaican culture and the rest of the West Indies when it comes to soca music. You don't see Jamaicans fighting amongst themselves.
No, I'm talking about, because remember, Trinidad got Trinidad, Bajan got their Bajan dancehall, everybody. But you're not hearing everybody saying, oh, Jamaica, because of Jamaica this. Everybody keep on blaming Trinidad. Stop blaming Trinidad for what we're doing.
I don't feel like it's a blame.
It's not blame.
I feel
It's
like
a blame thing.
No, I feel like Trinidad has led for so many years that it's just become something that people automatically put whatever that artist is or whatever that music sounds like or however it is they're playing pan and compare it automatically
to Trinidad.
to how it's done in
Because
Trinidad.
it's his mother and father.
Yeah, I know.
no, fine.
But
Let
what
them
I
take a
think
seat.
what the point was if you take Trinidad out, even though it did lead, not disregarding what it's done, not disregarding how it's paved way, not disregarding Marshall for how many years he's done that, and gave everybody else a leeway to be able to kind of make themselves as big as Trinidad, if not, level enough to try and be better, then you would probably see some differences in the way
you made a very good point with Marshall. She made a very good point with
Yeah.
Marshall. Now Marshall took a back seat, he got married and he go in and do his thing in the bush. Now, because he's no longer on the scene, it gives other artists that opportunity to grow. So but I'm not saying
you still can't blame Trinidad for your film.
No, I'm not blaming them.
I don't
but
think he was blaming.
I'm
It sounds
removing
like
them.
it.
I'm taking them off the list. So all
just-
Notting Hill could
I
develop
think he's giving the others an
local
opportunity
Yeah.
to
to
present
grow,
themselves
and that's why
and what
I
they
am
got.
taking my
To kind
country
of,
off the list.
we know what Trinidad has. We know what
Listen,
Trinidad does. We know how
heavy is
Trinidad
the crown.
run things.
That's it. The crowd is heavy on Trinidad right now.
Do you know what
So-
it is? Everybody needs to stop. What I think people need to do, stop saying Bajan soca, Grenada soca, Trinidad soca, instead of saying soca.
That's correct.
Right?
Fair point.
Instead of I'm a Trinidadian and I sing in soca, right? I wouldn't stop singing Trinidad alone. I know there's Bajan Barbados Carnival coming, so I'm going there and making tunes in Barbados. And after that, I'm going Grenada and doing it. So I am keeping soca alive within my people, within my Caribbean country, instead of saying I'm a Trinidad, I sing Trinidad soca only. And that's where everybody goes wrong.
Of course.
And that's
one of the problems.
we
Yeah, of course.
We keep on.
It's like a geography thing.
We keep on saying
it's
I'm a
pride.
Trinidadian. I'm singing Trinidad
It's
soca
patriotism.
only. No, we go and we singing soca. We singing soca. If I'm singing soca, I'm singing everybody's island.
And that's why I said it's so divided because Trinidad will be like Trinity to the world, Bajans to the world. It's soca music to the world.
It's
Soca
soca
shouldn't
to-
have
it's
geography.
soca
It's
music.
just across the
But
West
I went to
Indies.
Barbados Carnival, right? And when I went there, I think it was their version of Soca Monarch. Or is it called Party Monarch? I call it Party Monarch. And I heard the narrator says we need to get rid of Trinidad, out of our picture, and then we will become. I'm
That's
like,
my point.
but why?
That is my point. When I was
Why?
in Spice Mass last year, and you know what they said in every
This-
party? They said to the DJs, "I don't want to hear Trini music."
Do you know what's funny?
But
I went
that's
to
haters, that's
Ibiza
number one
last
haters.
year, and I know that there were quite a few DJs when we went to Ibiza Soca Festival that wanted to play certain type of music, whether that's new, old, whatever it is, and they were specifically instructed not to. And it
Why
was
is
a
that?
big thing. To me, I'm not in the pastor, I'm not in the background.
If you're watching, we want to
there
know
were-
the answers,
But the
please.
thing
Why
is,
is that?
people, but then obviously we don't know definitively that they've definitely been told. That's just what's been
Okay,
said.
definitively, but, you know.
we need to get like we need to get like a disclaimer. Allegedly.
Disclaimer, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But, you know.
So like for me, I was like, okay, because I asked the question.
Yeah.
There were a lot of music before we went, and I do notice that leading up to certain things, you will hear new music is released, but you still hear a lot more of the older rather than what's new coming in. And it may be a thing where it could be the way that DJs play, it could be that certain people want only a particular type of music to be played. Yes, I agree with your point about the separation, because I feel like in the world that we have today, everything's being separated, and soca music is the one thing that brings everybody together. It don't matter that you're white, black, Asian, Arab, whatever it is. If you love soca, you love soca, and that's as it is, and it's point blank period. Anybody else feels any other way, or anybody else feels like they're gonna come in and do something different, then obviously we've seen from prior experiences how certain people turn and have opinions on certain things. Well, yeah, I get it.
No, but I think like each person raised like good points, you know what I'm saying?
Shockwaves
No, it's not Shockwaves people. I feel like he raised a very good point. Like when he eventually landed, you know, when they're playing his taxi, so it was taxing like 5 times
going around a lot,
outside LHR, you know. When he eventually landed, it's like his point made sense.
Yeah.
But then both of you concluded nicely to be like, it's a case of if it's like a, more or less say like a unity, all the islands just come together, so we're just making soca.
Yeah.
But then obviously it needs to be cascaded to everybody, to the DJs, to the promoters. Obviously everybody wants to big up their own people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're from a certain area, so yeah, I want to big up my own people.
I want to big up my island. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I just feel
That's
like
where we go wrong.
that's where we go wrong. But I feel like the message we should put out at the end of this discussion is to be like togetherness, and we should all literally just promote and love soca for where it is. So again, like, comment, subscribe, but let us know your thoughts in the comments.